Back to the before we go back to the bucket, we have a new regular that you haven't seen before, Steve-O. He's very special, interesting. He has an unorthodox comedy style, but extremely funny. And he writes and performs a brand new 60 Seconds every week on this show, and he goes by the name of William Montgomery. Yeah. I'm crazy for feeling. Here he comes. Here he is.
I took a Lyft over here, and I told the Lyft driver and the other African-American man up front my first joke, and only the driver laughed. I have an aunt. She looks a lot like my cousin. We're gonna need to get the realtor in here. I'm pretty sure there's a poltergeist living with us. It's my strongest joke. It's scary you did not laugh at that. 5 years ago, I was diagnosed with cough. Since the diagnosis, my life has not been the same. I'm coughing a bunch.
Wow. William Montgomery. You're amazing. You have such a knack. You have such a delivery system. The whole fucking... I'm pretty sure you could say anything and it would just be funny. Mm-hmm. Like, people try to be wacky. They try to be weird. We've seen it all tonight, right?
What is funny, there was a guy who hit me up on Instagram selling mushrooms. And tonight, I get a message from him. He's like, hey, I'm wearing the Dow Jones hat. And we spoke with another... All
right, I guess I was wrong. I guess not everything is hilarious that you say. Steve-O, this is your first time seeing William. This is, I
feel like he's just trying to... take down drug dealers over here.
He does.
Are you trying to arrest a guy that's like tipping off the drug
dealer?
I
lived in up in Bakersfield, and I had a fake ecstasy ring running. I was running it out of my basement. A lot of rattlesnakes. Bunch of rattlesnakes, and I was running it out of my basement, and one of my cousins got sick one evening, and my aunt showed up, and
hell yeah, the rest is history.
You look like an adult orphan.
Little stare down here between William and Baloney Pete. William, you ever work a construction job or
I did. My Uncle Lance down in Memphis, when I was in between 7th and 8th grade, we were taking down tiles, and I'll be quite frank with you, this does scare me bad. I've looked up asbestos tiles before, and it was the tiles we were taken down. I think I was exposed to asbestos.
Wow, I believe that. There's the sound of asbestos right there. There you go. Man, wow. Between 7th and 8th grade, I believe that.
Just working on multiplication tables, hanging out with buddies, going to the Wendy's a bunch. Ordering Dave's Doubles.
Dave's Doubles. You a big fan of Frosties?
I am. I don't know if y'all know a lot about Dave Thomas, but he was a hell of a man.
He was. Hey, have you ever had a wet dream before?
Wow, good question. Brian Redband getting in deep, asking the tough ones. Have you had a wet dream before?
There was a strange one evening. where I was on a bunk bed, and my now deceased grandmother, B. Vance, God rest her soul, was on the bottom bunk, and we were talking. We were having fun. It got to the point where she came up to my bunk, and
Do you know what a wet dream is?
She came up to your bunk, and the rest is history. Again, just the slow roll. When you pull that mic away from your mouth, you're done. Man.
Wet dreams aren't real.
You don't think so?
No.
You've never had one before?
Jeremiah's had like a mini wet dreams.
Yeah.
Steve-O, I'm glad you're doing better. I have a memory of watching the video of you doing whippets, jumping out of that window. And at the time I was doing whippets, I'm currently doing whippets. But watching you, I'm glad. It's nice to see you.
Thanks,
I'm a
man.
big
I
fan of
bet.
Jackass. It's nice to
dude,
see
right
you.
on.
Cool to stand next to you right now.
So that's the thing. They can't be fucking real because that's like to presume that you weren't already jacking off before any goo came out. Like who?
That is a good point. Baloney Pete?
Baloney Pete has actually masturbated.
But Lemmy P, that is the catchphrase to Speed 2.
Baloney Pete, go ahead with the...
Bad joke.
Wow, you interrupted Baloney Pete for that, William. How does that make you feel as a former construction worker between 7th and 8th grade that you just did that to another construction worker?
It's all right. Once you're in the union, you're in the union for life. I'll let this guy do it. But nobody else. To answer Steve-O's question about wet dreams, I've actually masturbated like an hour before I went to bed. And during my night sleep, had a wet dream. So it's nothing about cum. It's just about how horny you are.
I had a wet dream during a nap once.
Wow. Is that true?
Yeah.
I had a wet dream on my lunch break once.
I've never had one, but I could see where it's a real thing. I mean, a lot of people.
Well, when the area between your thighs is always moist, I guess there's never really any knowing if you had a wet dream.
I think it's just like the idea of a guy just forgetting to jack off. To me, just doesn't.
No, like religious people, like people that are like, I can't.
Religious people jerk off the most. They just say they don't jerk
Yeah,
off.
but some don't.
For
You
the
know some.
record, we all die, believe in Jesus Christ, y'all.
Is that true that you really had a wet dream?
During a nap. It was a wet nap.
There you go. All right, William Montgomery, you did
Thank
it
you.
again, buddy. Funny. William, are you on Twitter? I've been trying to find you on Twitter and I can't find you.
I was on Twitter when I was on AOL, meaning my...
You've got mail.
Meaning my name is Pat106 at AOL.
William, wait, no.
Instant message.
All right. I guess follow him on Instagram at some weird handle.